Hi, welcome to What's Happening. Here are the top 5 stories. At number 1, the federal government has flagged off the reconstruction and dualization of the 56.5-kilometer Ijebu-Ode Ibadan road as part of effort to improve critical infrastructure for socio-economic development and shared prosperity. The Ogun State's Governor Dapo Abiodun represented President Bola Tinubu at the flag off of the arterial road linking Ogun and Oyo states in the southwest. He said when completed, the road is expected to reduce insecurity, improve the agricultural value chain, and create both direct and indirect jobs for residents of the two sister states. Speaking at the flag-off ceremony held at the open field of Legacy Estate, Idiakpe, Ibadan, he said the project demonstrated his administration's commitment to improving strategic economic corridors and delivering infrastructure that directly impacts the lives of Nigerians. At number 2, the Kaduna State government has constituted a 9-member negotiation committee to engage with the Kaduna State University chapter of the Academic Staff Union of Universities and other staff unions over their demands. The government has also approved a one-off payment of 300 million naira as earned academic allowance for university staff. In a statement, the secretary to the Kaduna State government, Abdul Qadir Mayere, said the intervention demonstrated Governor Uba Sani's commitment to staff welfare, industrial harmony, and the stability of KASU. At number 3, the Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit has uncovered an emerging crowdfunding network being exploited to raise and channel funds for terrorist operations. This is as the agency said terrorist financiers were opening bank accounts in women's names as well as using phone numbers for mobile banking or account alerts that are not registered to the account holder or the true beneficiary. The disclosures are contained in the NFIU's 2025 annual report obtained by The Punch from a top official. According to the report, the crowdfunding scheme involves foreign-based facilitators using social media platforms to solicit donations under the guise of humanitarian relief or educational support before moving the funds through multiple layers to terrorist operatives in Nigeria. At number 4, Iran has said it is confident it can counter widened U.S. sanctions after Washington announced what it described as an economic D-Day against the country to try to isolate it from the global economy. Iranian Economy Minister Ali Madanizadeh said Tehran was fully prepared for the sanctions, which he said would lead to another defeat for the U.S., announcing a raft of new measures. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said any nation financially partnering with Iran would be isolated and that banks and businesses dealing with Iran would share its isolation if they refuse to cut ties. The latest moves follow U-turns and extended deadlines from the White House in its efforts to end the conflict. Iran's largest trading partners include China, Turkey, and the United Arab Emirates, which announced last week it was halting all trade and financial transactions with Tehran. At number 5, Hull City have been handed a major boost after their weekend win over Manchester United, with Super Eagles defender Shemi Ajayi cleared off a hamstring injury and set to be included in the squad for Saturday's trip to Coventry City. Ajayi had been substituted in the 64th minute of Hull's 2-0 victory over Manchester United at the MKM Stadium after complaining of hamstring stiffness, prompting concern over his availability. However, the defender has since come through subsequent checks without any issues alongside fellow goal scorer Noah Mendy, who had also been withdrawn with an abductor complaint. That's all for now. See you next time on What's Happening.